Hello, my name is Chiara and I'm here to introduce the article titled Information Treatment of Gender-Based Violence in the Andalusian Public Television, branch of the Code of Ethics by Canal Sur. The article has been written by 3 professors from the University of Malaga, Rocío de la Maya Retamar, Marcial García López and Ana Jorge Alonso. Our article presents the results of a study focused on the analysis of the information treatment of gender-based violence in the Andalusian's radio and television network, which is the institution with the greatest responsibility in its field of the application of pro-equality and anti-discrimination policies in the only media operated with regional coverage in Andalusia. In addition to the dissemination of stereotypes and incorrect information about gender-based violence in the news programs and radio and television of Andalusia is more significant than the transmission of these messages through other provided channels, given the largest audience, public character and obligation of the former network. The method used in critical discourse analysis is multimodal version which address the different variables of audiovisual discourse, articulated in categories that allow in the identification of the implicit and explicit intention of text and the relationships with the context. The critical discourse analysis focuses on providing explicit and systematic description, not just a generation of observation with no categories. We use textual and contextual categories in relation to our research objects. The analysis relieves the relation between the text and the context from which we emit. Is no way the lexicon used in relation to actors is not always the same, and this has a clear cause-consequence relationship with the context. There are various types of respects to use of the name, initials and emotional relationships and kinship with other actors, etc. These selections are never natural because they reinforce certain social mental ideas that have an influence on the context. Sometimes stereotypes are reinforced and this always consequence on the perception of status and prestige of the actors. Based on the analysis of the selected news and by the conclusion of the critical discourse analysis of the selected sample, we consider that the information treatment on violence against women needs to be improved in some aspects to comply and the code of ethics. With regards to the presence of male voices in these news stories, the simple of contained one inclusion of the Association of Men of Equality, while the rest of the included association were linked to women. This fact suggests that violence against women is presented as a problem to be solved and fixed by women, when in reality it's a problem to be corrected and solved by both men and women. Taking into account this factor could determine the current reception of these types of news. There is a constant homogenization of the news stories about violence against women, especially the news on cases of this type of violence, which are also the most frequent. The use of the same structure and treatment makes all the cases to look the same, which generates disinterest in viewers and reinforce the idea that it's just another case. Each victim is a case, and therefore it should be treated with its own particulars and specifications. The third and last aspect that we consider relevant is to include the analysis in the possible political instrumentalization of violence against women by the public authorities and encouraged by the public channel Canal Sur. Although we have not preserved and kind the misuse of violence against women by the medium, we detected an excessive presence of public authorities to the treatment of other types of social organization, association, and even the victims themselves. The presence of these political actors often make violence against women to be used as a means of promotion of these institutions, which is something that should be left out of the news of violence against women.